Did you get banged up a little bit there at the end of the first half?
Yeah, somebody had hit the little patch that I had on my knee. I had an open wound, and it was bleeding a little bit, so I had to get it patched back up again.
JT 72, we've seen it a handful of times now. What was different about that one tonight?
I mean, you saw the hole. I mean, when you get a hole like that, you got to take it. You got to take it the distance. I mean, the O-line has been working their tails off, all year. But when you get those opportunities, you never know when they're going to come. But that's why you got to stay ready. So when you see that opportunity, I mean, the hole can close like that. So you got to be able to hit it and make it count. Who doesn't like a one-play drive?
What does it feel like to go 22 miles an hour? They clocked you at 22.05 on the 78-yard run.
Yeah, I've been chasing 23 for a long time. Ever since Isaac Garendo, running back at Wisconsin, he came in and he hit 23 miles per hour in the summer. So ever since then, I've been trying to hit 23.
Did you start this season with any specific goals? Obviously, team goals, win the whole thing, all that, but personally.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely win it all. But I wanted to be a player that was available and ready any and all times. Just if the coach needed me, we needed a 1 yard. Like, hey, JT, game's on the line, we need 1 yard. I wanted to be that reliable player this year. Just know that, coach, I have your back. Teammates, I have your back. Just if you guys need to lean on me, I'm your guy.
It wasn't a number, it wasn't a yard total.
No, because you can rush for 3,000 yards and still not win the whole thing, so then that doesn't really do too much.
Naheem said that when either you or him get to that second level, you guys don't expect anybody to catch you, and if they do catch you, they're probably going to be exhausted trying to chase you from behind.
Yeah, Naheem kind of got it started. He got it started, so once he took off on that one run, I was like, all right, we're off to the races now. But it's just fun when you got a guy like that, especially Naheem's a track guy. I was a track guy. So whenever one of us gets into the open field, we get to talk to each other about our form and how we were running. So it's definitely great to have another track guy.
Jonathan, are there nights when an offensive line is just like on it, like in a groove, and like was this one of those nights?
This definitely was one of those nights. There are times when defense, they'll try to do different things in order to counteract what they put on film. These guys, they definitely did a little bit, but most of the things were true to their tendencies in the film, and we were able to capitalize on that, let the O-line to be able to go out there, play with their fundamentals and technique, and not have to worry about anything counteracting what we've watched all week.
Can you sense what explosive runs do to an opposing defense?
I mean, it kind of drains them. I would think it drains them. I mean, it's like, man, like he just scored in one play. We didn't make him work for it. And you kind of take the life out of them, I would say, and that's my perspective at least. So you just try to get as many of those as you can in order to try and break their will. I mean, this game is about who's the toughest the longest.
What is your 9 weeks? How do you feel? There's some folks out there wondering maybe you can get the ball more. Does this play into your hand for the second half of the season?
Oh, right now I'm feeling good. As long as we're winning football games. If Coach Reich is like, JT, I need to get you the ball 3 times this week, but they're going to be all 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, or they're all going to be 3rd and 15. If that's what we need, and he's like, we're going to win football games, then I'm willing to do that.
Jonathan, when you think about what you've done in your career, and when you find out that you rushed for more 150-yard games and 2 touchdown games than Eric Dickerson and Edgerrin James did in their Hall of Fame careers, what is your reaction to that?
Wow, I mean, so the first reaction, I mean, it's actually crazy, but that's a testament to the O-line and the receivers. I don't think the receivers get a lot of love. You guys saw it a little bit, the Baltimore game, but on that screenplay, I mean, the receivers are the guys who really get those explosive plays. The line gets it going, and they get you started, but the receivers are the guys who really spring you. So it's a big testament to the type of receivers we have. I mean, you guys see them making plays down the field through the air, but not a lot of people are noticing what they're doing on the run game side of it.
You guys still looking for answers inside the 5-yard line. It seems like there's been a lot of different attempts, some different strategies to pound it home. But again, this week, if I'm nitpicking here, that you just couldn't plow it home on that fourth down play.
Yeah, you definitely want to be efficient in the red zone. I mean, that's an area where you have to be efficient at, especially, once you start getting into playoff football later in the year. I mean, that's where those points come into play at. You're not going to always get those big 72-yard runs or 30-plus yard runs. You're going to have to drive down the field, get into the red zone, and punch it in. So that's something that we're definitely still working on.
You did one of those conversions, though, with the touchdown to Danny Pinter. Did you try to pick him up after that play? You're the
No,
person who got there.
I thought he was going to jump in the air. I was just so excited. Those guys do so much dirty work. So anytime we can get one of those guys a touchdown, I mean, that's a big deal. I know I wasn't here for it, but when Costanzo scored, I mean, it's a big deal. So anytime the offensive line can get into the end zone, it's a good day.
As an offense, did you need a game like this just to get the taste from Sunday out of your mouth?
That was huge. I mean, especially on a short week, kind of forced us. You got to come in right back to work, and it was set up perfectly. Primetime game home, so it was set up perfect for us to kind of come in here and bounce back from that loss.
Okay.